What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy, Mr. Meyer, with the fire, here to share ideas and take our collective vibration up just a little bit higher or a lot bit higher, man. If you got that fire, that inspiration from this video, man, go pass that flame to somebody else and see what the fuck happens, man. It could be a lot bit higher. The divine will, don't get tired, man. I'm here to tell you guys a story. This is a special video, man. You guys are in for a treat. We're gonna be going through every card in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. A picture is worth 1,000 words. We got 78 pictures right here, man. So I got about 78,000 words for you, hypothetically speaking. At least. Okay? And I'm a full-time astrologer. That's what I do for a living. That's what I do with my time in my 6th house. And this book, because these are 78 pages, had a lot of thought put into this, okay? The original deck, the Rider-Waite Smith Deck, was made by Mr. Rider and Miss Waite Smith, who drew the pictures. So quite literally, you can read about this more if you want. We're not going to go too much into the history because I really want to dive into these and start busting this deck down, man. But two ceremonial magicians, two people, a wise guy and a wise gal, went together and they formulated this deck to be an archetypal map of consciousness, okay? So we had the dude create the ideas, the masculine energy for this concept. And then Pamela went ahead and used her feminine energy and created the art and the vision of it, put the feeling and the emotion and all this stuff into it, okay? So this was a collaborative project by two magicians, two astrologers, two truth seekers, wise people who wanted to help create a map to explore consciousness with, okay? So not only were these ceremonial magicians, Kabbalists, wise guy, wise gal, man. So the thing that you need to know about this book and a lot of other books, dude, is that you created them because you are the universe itself. Everything is energy. We get taught this in science class, but you're young enough to know that, but you're too young most of the time to understand that that means you are literally everything. Everything is consciousness, even these cards, even the rocks on the ground, even the things that are inert, immovable, or static in this realm contain some sort of consciousness, okay? The divine will emanates through everything, right? So, what you need to know about this deck is that you created this deck, even though you might not be Mr. Rider or Miss Waite. You created this because this is the world. All is mind, principle of mentalism. Among other things, dude, this deck, if you get into practicing it, will remind you to not be mad or frustrated about the world you created, okay? Because we're just here to learn. And I could just leave it up on this one. I mean, we're going to go through it to get context, but this is the journey, man. This is the zero. There's numerology to this. There's astrology to this. There's a lot of things that go into this. There's color, vibration. So you want to sit here and take in the image when you pull a card for yourself. You know, a tarot deck is a form of divination, and it's a tool. And a tool is only limited by your understanding and application of how you use the tool. So I just encourage you to get creative with it. Use it a lot. Use it often, because proficiency builds with time, just like any skill. So if you don't put in the work, you're not going to get good at it, simply put. And I will say before we go into this, just for my readers who want to start reading for themselves, or if you're already reading, you should pretty much know that your reading should make sense to you. It should empower you. It should give you some meaningful information. So if you're doing readings for yourself with the tarot and they don't make sense, or they make you feel worse before, or they make you feel worse after pulling the cards than you did before, that's going to tell you that you got the wrong interpretation, or maybe you need to check your mind, or maybe you're absolutely right and you're working on some fears, okay? So that's something to think about as well. And I want to say this because one more tangent and then we're going to start running through this. I'm getting TO'd, bro, on TikTok, okay? On the TT, getting TO'd. Because I see there's so many readers on TikTok, and shout out to all the readers, love you guys. But some readers feel the need with this Jupiter-Aries transit and the Mars and Aries transit to come on and say, hi guys, I'm a professional reader. And I fucking hate when people read the cards wrong. I've seen this video like 3 times, you know, in other words, that's the message. And I'm sitting here Like, damn, how are you as a reader yourself going to tell other readers that they're not reading correctly? A picture is worth 1,000 words, so who's to say that your interpretation of the picture is the correct one? Because you need context for any reading. And if you're getting a reading from somebody else and you're trying to tell them that the meaning of the card is wrong, that tells me you're probably not listening. So shut up. Respectfully, just learn to listen, man, because communication is a two-way process. And if you're getting a reading from somebody else and you're trying to read the cards too much, you may be getting readings from your interpretations and they may be correct interpretations. But, however, that's the point of getting a reading from somebody, is to get past your own filter and perception and get their 1,000 words from the card. So listen to people who give you readings, bro. But at the same time, it's like if you don't resonate with their message, that's your intuition telling you that's not the message. So one other thing, and then we're going to jump in, I promise. When you read tarot cards for yourself, it's good to know the system. And this is kind of where that discussion came from, because if you're a professional reader, you learn the system, you learn the math and the numerology and the astrology and the archetypes of these cards in the forms of consciousness. So you'll start to see correlations. And that's why you might be thrown off when somebody correlates a different image to something you didn't think about before. So the thing is, this is a process of connecting with your intuition, the internal world, within the external world. That's what this is about. So at a certain point, you're going to have to stop looking up tarot card meanings. I'm telling you, I'm so grateful we stumbled across each other's paths today and we can talk about it. But at some point, you're going to have to stop Googling what the Fool means and what the Five of Cups means in reverse and upright. You're going to have to go within and let yourself interpolate and interpret the meaning, okay? Because nobody knows you like you do, and context is important. And we can get good information by looking up these meanings or seeing other people's interpretation. That can help you see other sides of it, but they're not going to see the side of your life that you're seeing. In other words, that's that three mask thing. You know, you show the public one mask, you show the close people one mask, and there's one mask or version of yourself that only you see by yourself and things of that nature. So let's talk about unfolding our consciousness, man. That's what the Fool journey is about. Everybody was nothing before we got here. I'm literally telling you. Everything was once no thing. You are no thing. At the essence, in the core of you, you are no thing. That's what zero represents. Uncountable. There's no thing to be counted. That's what you are. So this goes deep as fuck, man. We could end the video right here. But quite literally, anything that you attach to yourself, by that logic, is not fucking you. Okay? So don't get lost in the light. Don't get lost in the external world, because this world that we create for ourselves is literally just for experience. So we can shine the light of the sun and go on that journey. That's what the Fool represents, is limitless potentialities, limitless optionality. All right? And with this, look at the colors. Let's take this in. There's optimism. There's warmth. There's yellow. It's exciting. It's happy. Okay? And the sun is up. And we're dressed in green. We're connected to the earth, the material plane. We're starting some sort of thing. Okay? And there's a cliff. We're about to jump off of it. And there's water. And we see the dog. We see our animalistic instincts, the lower forms of conscious, saying, hey, what are you doing? But there's that optimism of this form saying, let's go on a journey. Let's experience these limitless potentialities. We're packing light. We're really just going for it, man. To other people, other perspectives, damn, this dude's about to jump off a cliff. Be fucking careful. But dude doesn't give a damn fuck. Ask him if he cares. Nah, he's about to jump. He's not really even looking. We're looking up. This is like real Jupiter energy, okay? But this is the primordial essence, to tell you the truth, okay? So then this brings us to the one, creation, magician, the archetype of Mercury, thought, communication. And this is how we create. Have you guys ever read the Bible? It said this shit was created by a word. That's Mercury, okay? So this is the magician. This is the operator. This is the person that has created thoughts, both. You see what I'm saying? So you're a human, right? But at a certain level, your logic will deduce that you are also the universe. The role of a magician in this realm is to co-create with the universe. That's what dude is doing right here. Dude has all his tools. Look at what that is. That's an altar. I think I've made this video damn near 3 times at least at this point. So here we go again. Oh shit, here we go again. So we got an altar. What is this? This is a space that you create physically. I'm telling y'all, let me tell you as a life path number 9, this is an altar, my car center console, because I can put my water on here as a representation of the water element. I can put the fire up here. I can put the pentacle, the wand, the chalice, you know, all that, to represent different archetypal forces in the universe, because I'm creating my reality. So that's why the altar is there, because we're programming energy and we're creating and we're manifesting something. So that's what the magician really represents, is manifestation, thought, communication, being the operator, okay? And this brings up the discussion of reversal cards. I just want to say, does it bring up the discussion of reversal cards? It kind of does, because I just said that. But hey, think about oppositional forces, you know, and then context as well. If this is magic, this is manifestation, this could be black magic coming out in your reading sometimes. This could also mean someone who's trying to manipulate something. You know, they're trying to create something, but not honestly. You know, this could also mean that you forgot that you are the manifester. This could mean that you are being negligent or irresponsible in the realm of your control. That's that magician card. So keep that shit upright and make sure that you are not mad and frustrated about the world that you fucking created, okay? Especially during a Saturn retrograde. That, I want to say it can't be you, but it certainly could be, man. Because I've seen this world with all these motherfucking people, man. This is the High Priestess. This is a title that usually comes with initiation, so be careful with, make sure that you practice what the fuck you preach, man, because some of y'all ain't that. But High Priestess is the head of the temple, okay? This is the initiated. This woman understands the godly and divine natures within herself in everything. 12:12 on the clock. Look at the blue. Look at the black. We've got the High Priestess centered in between the 2 spheres, or the 2 pillars on the left and right of the tree, balanced in the sphere or the pillar of integration. You know, severity, mercy, we got to stay centered in between. We've got our moon right here. So this represents intuition, going within, connecting to our emotions, but also seeing the connection from everything, the divine manifestation or emanation that creates creation. So this represents going within. And the blue represents the truth, intuition, psychicism. We got pomegranates up in the back. This is fertility as well. This is sweetness, opulence too, okay? This is trust, okay? But intuition more than anything else, because by going within, you begin the path of initiation. Whether or not you see that to any logical conclusion is another story. But this is going within. And then this is 3. 3 is expansion, numerologically speaking. And we've got the Venus archetype on this bad boy right here. This bad gal right here. So the Empress represents growth. That is the sphere of Venus. The 2nd, 7th house, you know. The garden is flourishing, man. We love to see it. There's a lot of yellow. There's a lot of green. We also see red. That's getting us stabilized and grounded. But there's growth and there's happiness and there's warmth, man. She's got her scepter. She's got her crown. Woo, man. The Empress don't play. She's one with the earth, okay? So there's a groundedness and a stability that comes from the Empress. And the Empress is the earth, right? And the earth is fertility. It gives growth. So this can also indicate fertility, growth, maybe even pregnancy in some certain contexts as well. Taurus energy, which rules Venus, is about having things. So when the Empress shows up, it might be about you having it. You know what I mean? So when we talk about the Emperor, now we got Mars. This is number 4. This is aggression, okay? Aries, we got the Ram. We got the 1st house. We're charging head first. This is individuality. This is action also. The Emperor doesn't give a fuck. Ask him if he gives a fuck, man. He don't. Surely don't. He doesn't get paid to give a fuck. And also, the fucks he gives doesn't give him results most of the time. It's the action that he takes that gives him the damn results. So the Emperor is about taking charge. This is what Aries is about, Cardinal Fire. Being able to create or initiate your vision or your passion. Or your instinct, even. So that's the red on this card, man. It's red, man. This is, it's crazy. He's got iron boots on, bro. That's the metal of Mars. This dude's ready to fight. Ready to slay. Oh, yay. And I want to say, pay attention to all the people in these cards. Look at his red-ass face, bro. This dude is definitely an Aries. His first house is all lit up. Exalted as fuck. Sun all the way up there. He's like, ugh. Look at the King of Wands, too, man. You know, we got the damn Hierophant coming in at number 5. This is Taurus energy, too. Number 5. Keyword is steward, okay? You see, we got 3 people here. We got the priest, the Hierophant, the initiated again, the authority figure, okay? And then you've got 2 people sitting before the Hierophant, and then we've got the box with the keys on it. So this does also indicate a place where we meet other individuals. This can be stewardship, where the steward gives lessons or experience or a circumstance or situation to the other people lower or subordinated in the hierarchy. So that's the thing, is to keep in mind that this is going to convey a lesson. This is going to convey authority also. And there's various forms of authority. So this could be, you know, your parents by chance, depending on your age. This could be your spouse in some way. I'm being honest. This is something you might not think about this, but this could also be the government. It could be religion. Even if you're not religious, this could be certain spiritual principles that you have to learn through the Hierophant, okay? And you'll be pulling this and interpolating this as you're trying to work out your actual duties and obligations on a metaphysical level too. So you can actually wield the keys, because to even get in the position of being the Hierophant, you have to have some understanding or power. I know we've seen many negligent ass people rise to authority, but quite literally they're doing something and they know something that we don't know. So the key, I guess, or the theory that we want to practice is just be responsible with the damn keys, man, and don't abuse our authority. High Priestess will fucking tell you, man, to be centered in the middle of the tree of life is meaning balancing severity and mercy, because severity with no mercy is cruelty. Mercy without severity is weakness, man. So we can't be cruel, but we also can't be weak and let people step on us either, man. The Emperor will tell you that. So let's talk about the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. So this represents the twins coming together, or opposites attracting, man. Love, you know, masculine and feminine energy unifying regardless of physical sex or gender. And we got the angel up there, man. We got the growth, we got the snake on her tree, and then we got, you know, the red ass flowers on his. And there's smoke in the air, the angels are there. There's a lot of love and guidance coming from spirit. So this represents unification. I don't feel like I need to say more, dude. If y'all speak English, you get what I'm saying. So this could represent romance in a partnership. And I do want to say, contextually, you may also see this for soulmates, you know. And not every soulmate is a romantic relationship. Some of your best friends may come out as the Lover card because y'all fucking love each other. And you're amazing. And y'all can communicate. You got that Gemini energy going back and forth between y'all, you know. So that's something to think about. But it's pretty self-explanatory. So this is our Chariot card, okay? And this represents travel. This is 7. This is the Cancer energy. So you see you've got 2 different cats pulling this chariot, man. And the chariot is on the road. We are going to go. Dude's wearing the moon, different alchemical symbols on their clothes. So not only are they going on a physical travel, they're going on a mental and spiritual journey as well. Unifying opposites, reconciling paradox, solve coagula, taking themselves apart, putting themselves back together. So the chariot is a ride. This could represent your car contextually also. This could represent your journey. This could represent the cops too, because they do be pulling up. So just letting you know. If I never said that to you, you'd probably never get it in a reading with it correlating to the cops. You know, because it wouldn't make sense to you. But now that I said it, you might see that now. But yeah, that's the journey, that's the ride. When other people are trying to take you on a ride, Metaphorically speaking, you might see that. So this is the strength card. This is Leo. This is the lion. You can see it through the lion. But then you got the woman taming the lion. The lion's licking her hand, tail in between its legs. You know, lions are fierce, man, but not, I don't want to say not this one, but this one's not choosing to do that. Because why? Love. Purity. Love is powerful. Love is strong. Sometimes the hardest thing to do as a human is to choose to be loving and compassionate and nurturing and stay pure. So that's the archetype of strength. I'll tell you guys, as a Mars and Cancer in the 10th house, bro, like, aggressiveness and anger, that's not really a flex of true strength, man. Rising above is true strength. It takes more strength to be loving than it does to be hating, you know? To stay pure. It's easy to destroy shit, bro. But to preserve something, to let something grow and flourish to the best of its potential, that takes strength and patience and understanding and compassion, okay? And that's the number 8, bro. That's infinite abundance because of the peace, of the purity of the universe. Love, the divine love that heals all. Strength is a powerful card. And with the word, I mean, bro, y'all speak English, so let that seed germinate in your mind. I don't gotta read the definition of the strength, you know? This is, you may pull this when it's time to go to the gym also, you know? Use your imagination. So we got the Hermit card, and this is the number 9. This is the last number, because the next number is going to be 10. It's just going to repeat the ones we had before, okay? So the Hermit's been through it and seen it, been on the journey. The word hermit does mean someone who is solitary, isolated, alone. You're going to learn way more in your 12th house than you're going to learn in your 3rd house. Or you're going to understand more, at least in that 12th house, if you speak in the astrology. But this is about seeing the light, man, and holding the light for yourself also. You see his lantern? And I want to say, man, because you're going to learn through that dark night of the soul. Quite literally, we take it back to the 0 to the full. We had all that yellow energy, but we're going to need to get in the gray, in the clouds, in the smog, in the darkness, 3 in the morning sometimes, to be able to see how bright your light can really shine, bro. So that's that Hermit card, where you learn your experiences by yourself, so you can test your principles and apply them, so you can get true wisdom, true understanding. Sagittarius also with the 9 energy. But I do know that a lot of you know this is actually the Virgo energy. This is Virgo, okay? This represents an application. It represents building a skill, learning how to heal in some way, shape, or form because of these experiences that we've gained, okay? And I want to say, man, yes, the Hermit is by himself, as the name applies, but this doesn't mean you need to keep all this shit to yourself, bro. What's the point of going on a journey and getting all this information if you don't come back to the village and teach somebody about it, okay? Tell me what's the point. I don't know the point. I mean, you had an expansion, but what about the divine will? What about the divine will? What about the Wheel of Fortune, bro? What about the world? What about the cyclical nature of this shit? The fact that right after 9 we get 10, we go back to 0, and there's again infinite possibilities. What about that? Huh? You tell me. I'm asking you. What about it? Why are we here, bro? What the fuck are we doing on this planet? What the hell is going on right now, bro? Oh, fuck. It can be confusing, man. Everything's in motion. Everything happens so fucking much. What the fuck, bro? So, existential crisis, man. This is existence. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is Jupiter's card, okay? And this contains the zodiac and the tarot. Rota, the law. Read about it. See about it. You're already being about it. But you can see the fixed signs of the zodiac. You got Taurus, you got Leo, you got Aquarius, you got Scorpio, which used to be represented by the eagle. So I'll say, man, you may have an existential crisis every now and then, but your existence will teach you meaningful things through the cycle of life, the circle of life, rotation, spirals, time, rhythm, astronomy, astrology. So yeah, I know we can find ourselves in the what the fuck, but you know, we give it some time, we learn our lessons, we scrape our knees, we let the wheel turn. It may sometimes turn out of your favor and you may experience things you don't like, but then you'll experience understanding of why that shit is there. And that can help you find things you do like. So, you know, it's just important that you understand that you're playing the Wheel of fucking Fortune, bro. Did you guys ever watch that show? Quite literally, did you watch that show? E. F. Like, that's what this shit is about, you know? No F's. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, bro. But if you're paying attention, you do be learning. What is your Jupiter doing? Look in your chart. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's get to justice. This is number 11, Libra. Balance. By definition, justice is equal forces in opposite directions, okay? And that's hard. But this dude right here, look at that exalted first house sun, bro. Like, stern as fuck, man. So I'm gonna make sure that this shit is calibrated, dude. And this is important too, holding the sword upright and balanced. I love that the jewelry is all square, because whether we like that square angle or not, because of how it hits astrology and, you know, it can be tense. Nah, justice is about doing the right fucking thing, about making sure that through our experience, aka Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune, that we apply some balance. Libra, cardinal air, we're able to create ideas that connect with other people, or have some sort of ideals, rationality, morality to form our life on and our experiences from. Because again, dude, if you are letting this wheel spin and you're just shouting out numbers and letters and shit, but you're not actually looking at the question, you're not looking at the other contestants and kind of making a strategy and figuring out how the game works, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That's the question. And you're gonna see pretty, you get what I'm, bro, life is life, man. I don't have to tell you that, but you got to make sure you're being honest, being fair, so you can do the right thing based on your understanding, okay? Every one of you guys can read tarot. I hope you know that. I think you already know that, but please, for the love of God, go get your own deck so you can take yourself deeper than anyone can, okay? You have that shit within you, bro. My Libra's in the second house. I'll tell you, you have it. You got to use your judgment to have justice, okay? To be able to do the right thing. And I want to say also, with all this red and this green, I'm getting like root and heart chakra vibes. You got to really do what you feel to be the right thing. And sometimes it may be kind of hard to do the right thing, so you may have to just kind of trust your gut and instinct when you're confused about this Wheel of Fortune, okay? So trust will be about there as well, but I do want to say Libra energy is also about the repercussions of your actions in a roundabout way. We'll get to that, you know. Here's the Hanged Man. This is the 12. Astrologically speaking, you know, this is our 12th house. This is going to talk about Neptune, about Pisces, about surrendering. This person is literally tied up, dude. They're bound by the hands and the feet, and they're upside down. What the fuck? And I want to say, you know, there's major and minor arcana. We're in the major arcana. These are the first 21 card, or 22 cards with the Fool. And they represent broad archetypes of consciousness, which every person will experience, because this is just consciousness as a map. So the minor cards more lend themselves to circumstances and situations in the external world, which we're most likely going to experience, but the combinations and context of these can create so many possibilities. So I want to say these are more broad, and everybody goes through these probably on a daily basis too, or like on, you know, so that's something to think about. Hangman energy is about surrendering. This is about being caught up, having to let go of something, having to trust, having to dissolve yourself. This is real 12th house energy. You see, with this energy comes a form of illumination, light that comes from within. Did you see the Fool go from, you know, 0 to just aspiration, to working on magician, into internal, external, you know, going back and forth and picking up all these things from all these different people. You know, 12 steps down the line, we have reached enlightenment. The self has become enlightened. So while there is a need to surrender externally, because you're caught up in a position of like surrender, there is illumination. There is understanding. Like, quite literally, bring it back, wheel justice, boom, like, spin the wheel, justice calibrated it, and now you saw. So that's what the hangman is about. This could be about you not being able to progress in a certain circumstance because that's the end of the cycle. That's it. It doesn't go any further than that. So we have to hold on. We have to wait. Or maybe we might be bound in some way, shape, or form. Literally or figuratively, you know. And I do want to say also, on a body level, I just feel like somebody needs to hear this and think about this. But if you have your leg crossed over your other leg, you're taking your leg at like the Saturn and crossing it over the other Saturn. So this actually blocks out other energies externally when you're in the Hanged Man card. So the 12th energy, anybody who has 12th house placements or is going through those transits, they know that this can be very isolating. Disconnect you from a lot of others as well. So that's something to think about. And that's that transformation we needed, man. This is the death card. Everybody's going to die. I'm going to die and you're going to die, bro. If I wasn't going to die, I'd be hella upset, bro. Because everything needs to transform. Spirit is always for more expression and fuller expansion. So you have to grow. And death only happens when life is unsustainable. And it comes for everybody. You see, the king got it. Knocked him off quick. The kid is like, I don't even know what the fuck this is. The adolescent or whatever, the mom, she's like, oh fuck, I can't deal with this. The priest is all curious, meeting it reverently. He's like, wow, here I go. But that's that white horse to maintain purity in life and light. You see there's 5 points on that star, that's change. And that's the skeleton, that's Saturn. That's the Reaper. Death is the only thing promised us in life. The sun will rise again. Death is just transformation, man. Beginning is the end. Revelation starts Genesis. We need it, man. This is Pluto, Scorpio. Yes, sir. Feels good. Today's a Scorpio moon. We're in this energy. Bro, I'm telling you, as much as people fear change and transformation and death, bro, you go so deep in the 8th house, you will beg the universe to transform you. Think about it. You got Temperance coming next, Sagittarius. Here's Spirit. Here's a tempering. Here's a balancing. This can be alchemy. The process of moving fluids around. Water and fire. That's inspiration. This could be your spirit guides too. Sagittarius is our higher understanding and our spiritual beliefs, our aspirations. And we got some water on our feet and we got some land on the other feet. So quite literally, this is an alchemical process of balancing, integrating. Same shit, dude. Solve coagula. So Sagittarius, experiencing, expanding. You see all that radiance, you know, we can get that from Spirit. Make sure you're reaching out to your guides or trusting your understanding, your philosophies, living up to your higher ideals. Make sure that that's something that you put into practice consistently, because you're going to have to pay for the repercussions of your actions, dude. And no matter what you do, this is the truth. This is the material world down here. The black cube of Saturn, Capricorn energy, okay? So I want to say this. This is a good time to mention cultural background and socioeconomic factors and religious beliefs and all the other things that are going to influence your 1,000 words of a picture. Because a Christian is going to feel totally different about this than a Satanist is going to feel about this. Right? whose interpretation is right? I would say they're both right. But you got to keep in mind what you got going on in your subconscious. Because the reality of it, 15 Saturn Cap, the reality of it is that's going to affect how you perceive this card in reality itself. There's a lot to unpack here, man. There's a lot to unpack. You got a fucking beast up here, bruh. With wings, horns. Is that the devil? A lot of people would say so. This image gives me Satan energy. I want to say every spirit will appear, literally, this is kind of crazy. Every spirit will appear to every person differently. Every spirit will appear to every person differently. This is how I perceive Satan personally, in my opinion, in my experience, in my perspective. How I feel about it, that's another video. But, you know, this shit is ugly. It's beastly, and comparatively to the humans, big as fuck too, man. So it could probably end your shit real quick. Talk about a hierophant. Oh, fuck, bro. You know? And that's kind of how Christians feel about this. I will tell you, I was indoctrinated Catholic. Against my will. A lot of people were. So yeah, I was kind of taught that, oh, fear the devil, man. Because if you fuck up, you know, you go to hell forever. And they kind of make heaven sound like hell forever, too. Where you have no control over your desires. You get to experience one realm and shit. Fuck that. But I digress. So, this is bondage, right? These bitches chained up to the material plane. And the devil is like, yeah, this is my plane, bitch. Yeah. And he's torching the dude and enticing the woman. Mars, Venus. You see what I'm saying? So the thing about the devil is this can say a whole bunch of shit, bro. I'm telling you, this says so much that we could probably talk about this for hours, but, well, we definitely could. This is going to be restrictions, limits, Saturn, boundaries, obligations, your addictions, the ways in which you hold yourself back. Because these chains aren't too fucking loose, though, man. I know we're all bound to the material plane. We all have, like, obligations and responsibilities and things that we oblige ourselves to and stuff, but you could definitely rise above and change things if you really wanted to. So that's the devil card, is calling for responsibility in some way because of the Capricorn Saturn energy. If you want to have structure in the material world or find authority, okay? Satan is the adversary. Most demons play that role. It's like two sides of the same coin, bro. You got the angels, you got the demons. So the devil is the adversary. And when you pull the devil, this could talk about the archetypes of Saturn Capricorn, right? We just talked about that. But this could also talk about having to oppose things, having to be the devil, play devil's advocate, metaphorically speaking. Or this could represent other individuals playing that role in your life, being the devil, being the ugly reality, or the one that's trying to hold on to energy. Or this could be, I'm telling you, man, like, you can use tarot however you want, but if you're using it as a medium of, like, channeling or whatever, don't be surprised if you get this from certain spirits. If they want to announce themselves through this shit, you know? And be like, hey, hey, what's up? I'm on this side of the tree. It's really dark over here, you know? So, a lot of things to think about, dude. I don't think I gotta say too much more. Responsibility. Because we're all going to pay the repercussions of our actions. And this is our Tower card. This is the shift right after the devil. The material world has to go through changes, and this is what the Tower is about, is the inspiration of spirit striking the material plane to make changes off. It'll knock your goddamn crown off, man. You go falling out the damn building, you know. Catastrophe happens. This is Mars, if I didn't say that already, man. There's going to be strikes and shocks and things along the way, man, on our journey. And this is a similar concept to this right here, I want to say. To this. because we got to keep making change, man, to make sure that things are more sustainable for the long term. It may not be what we wanted or what we anticipated, but change has to happen, man. Who can expect the unexpected? Hardly anybody, right? And that's what this is about. And this has to do with like quick eruptions with Mars. The Uranus energy is also something to consider. But there's calibration through the divine will, Mars, okay? And then we got the star card. And this is Aquarius energy. This represents, by going through the material, Saturn, devil, and then going through the tower, Mars, Uranus, spirit, we get back to the Uranus, Aquarius energy, the star. So there's a lot of shit to say about star, Uranus, Aquarius. This is the water bearer. You are a star. Let's take it back through the Hermetic philosophy. I want to get on the Hierophant shit right quick, you know. You were quite literally a star. As above, so below, because you can go outside and see one. Because you were created in this realm, so you're made of this realm. So look outside, goddammit, this is you. Make sure you're bearing your water correctly, metaphorically, metaphysically speaking, for the rest of your life. That means you're going to have to balance thoughts and feelings and be responsible with the things in the realm of your goddamn control. Oh, fuck. You hear what I'm saying? I've been on this, bro. Dude. So, yo. This also talks about being naked. Being honest with yourself. Being real about how you feel. But making sure those feelings are grounded down, bent down at the knee to make sure you can apply those shits in the reality. Saturn's all at a 90-degree angle in this picture, you know? So keep that shit in mind also, man. There's other stars in this universe, in this Aquarius age, and you're gonna have to play your role, man. And this is the moon card. With astrology, science, Aquarius, this is all gonna come with looking at the cycles and the cyclical nature of things, and looking at the subconscious realm and what's behind the scenes. So again, we don't know the unknowable. How can you know what you don't know? It's a good question. Can you? I don't really know. Where's the chapstick? It's okay, I'm just gonna drink water. So you see you got two different dogs howling at this moon. And you even got the crayfish, or the crawfish, coming out to say what's up. You got the domesticated dog howling at this bitch. You got the wolf howling too. All the animals are like, what the fuck is this phenomenon of nature? They're looking at the full moon, eclipse type energy, and they're like, oh, they don't know what they're doing, but they just have to, bro. This is what dogs do, you know? The wolf does that. It just like, as a human, if you ever look at the full moon, you might feel this feeling too. We're about to have a full moon in Sagittarius, by the way. And even the crawfish comes up like, yo, what the hell is going on? Do you guys remember that solar eclipse a couple years ago? Where everything blacked out for a little bit and all the bugs started chirping and stuff? Like, yeah, we're all controlled by unknown phenomenon. And that's what the moon is the thing that pulls our tides in our ocean and in our internal ocean. So this represents your intuition, your feelings. It's giving very high priestess, but at the same time, I feel like this is a little bit more unseen, a little bit harder to grasp, because it is in the internal realm, the subconscious realm. So if you're more correlated towards that, you might actually get a lot of insight from this card. Yeah. It could be me. I almost wanted to say not me, but I want to say it could be me that starts to get a lot more insight through this card. If we take it back to like High Priestess, Hierophant type of energy, I want to say on this discussion, psychic development is a must for everybody, because we all have a psyche, we all have a mind, all is mind. Psychic development is imperative. So it's really, I think, in everyone's best interest to find out what their most dominant psychic senses are, because you may be more towards the clairaudient, or you might be more towards the clairvoyant, or maybe astral travel is your thing, maybe divination is your thing, maybe necromancy is your thing. Everybody's got different senses that they lean more into. But again, the age of Aquarius is about doing the goddamn work, bro. So if you're not developing these senses, don't be surprised whenever, you know, you can't rise above your damn animalistic natures, you know. But they're both point at the same thing. So I want to say that's somewhat of a digression at the end. My Mercury said, just shut up, bro. Keep going on the next card. You know, let's just keep on stepping. So the sun is also a thing to consider. The luminaries of the sky. Fat baby on the white horse, bro. It's a good day to have a good day. I'm making this on a Sunday. The moon is Scorpio. Yes, it feels good when the warmth is out and we have light and there's vitamins getting on your skin and the sunflowers are growing, man. It feels like victory just for existing, bro. Hell yeah. So this is a good omen. That things are pretty all right. We love to see the sun. So this is an archetype of consciousness. Again, this is major arcana. So keep this narrow and broad, and just make sure it makes sense in your readings, okay? Because this could correlate to your sun sign. This could talk about things working out optimistically and great for you. This could talk about a day. This could talk about a year. This could talk about your birthday. This could talk about another person with their sun. This could talk about your sunflowers growing in your garden. This could talk about the horses and fat babies that you have in your house. It could be a lot of things contextually based on your life. And also, you know, this can be a sign of optimism too. So sun is spirit in astrology. So if you ever get this type of energy, it's like, hey man, where'd your spirit go? Where's your optimism? Where's your light? Try to get that back. And then look at the cards around it too, because that's going to give you context also. So I don't really got to say too much, man. Go outside, you see it. Probably based on geography. Wake up. Wake up, bro. Smell the coffee. Drink the coffee. I have an announcement to make. Spirit said, yo. Pretty sure that's Archangel Gabriel. And he is shouting out judgment. He's judging bitches. Said, bro. I'm not about to. I was about to make a joke. You complete the joke. Who has a good judgment joke? I don't give a shit. But leave it in the comments, right? You got him blaring the trumpet of spirit. So everybody's going to hear this message, right? There's a lot of ways to perceive this, also with your language. This could talk about your judgment based on the context of the reading. This could talk about external judgment from other individuals. But we're getting to the end of the line, man. This is 20 at this point. We're like, we've gone through a full cycle ourselves and then built another cycle on top of it. So Spirit's like, look, we're about to assess this shit. We're about to check out what the fuck just happened within these 2 cycles, because we're surely going to have a 30, 40, 50, 60 into infinity, man. You know? So Gabriel and a bunch of other motherfuckers are going to step in. Truth be told, everybody's going to step in. It's got everybody involved in this on all realms, man, because everything is connected in the divine wheel. As above, so below. It's all energy, man. Everything is connected. So judgment is imperative, bruh. And this is bringing us right to the one after the Wheel of Fortune. Justice. To have justice, you need judgment, okay? And our judgment can be flawed as people because we're all fractal parts of the divine will. So I'm telling you, this is where, like, the Hierophant of Hierophants steps the fuck in and says, yo, I'm about to make sure this shit goes right. Make sure it goes right. Balance. Look at that damn cross. I could bring back the Justice card, but look at them like side by side. I think that would be a good thing to do. You saw that cross, man? The squares. Yeah. To be an upright conduct. The right thing to do isn't always the righteous thing to do. So this also questions your ability to rise above and use your judgment. Okay? And contextually, you know, this again might represent external judgment from other people. And I'd say again, cards next to it are upright, downright, will let you also with your own Libra energy figure out, is their judgment warranted or not? Because you're going to have to selectively filter out some observations in this realm, man. You live here too. I don't really necessarily have to tell you that, but maybe just remind you. So this is the world. This is Saturn. This is the wheel. This is the way the shit works, bro. This is reality. We were talking about the Wheel of Fortune on like a more, I think, precise archetypal level. It looks like more static and broad, but this world, it's pretty full, dude. We see this this is human, you know? They got the rod of Mercury, right? They got their wand. This person has 2 wands, bitch. Akimbo, let's go. So we got this thing jumping at this point. We've completed the cycle. We've figured out how the world works. This is our Saturn card. This is actually more than that, because I want to say this is an old deck, and we've learned so much more about the world since. Again, we have our fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. We've learned how to fixate on these specific elements to put the whole world in perspective from all different directions. So this represents the cyclical nature of things. Again, we have the wreath connected on both ends. And we see this garment, you know, this cloth. This represents initiation, completion. Okay? We love to see it, dude. Sometimes we don't love to be it because it can fucking hurt. But wake up, y'all. We were just here to learn in the first place, to have new experiences. So we got to play our role in the world. This is also really about what Saturn is. And let's break down these elements to kind of get a better perspective. And this is what the minor arcana is about, y'all. To fixate on these elements and start to put them into perspective and practice externally, so we can start to connect and climb that damn tree. And I want to say, man, there's Kabbalistic imagery in these cards and astrological correspondences too. So you can look up the tarot cards on the tree and start to meditate on it. I don't think it's going to focus, but you know, this is a good fucking resource, man. There's a lot of good resources in the Age of Aquarius. Make sure you're using your resources, friend. So let's talk about the element of fire. Everything in the whole entire universe, y'all, can be broken down through the 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. Everything, including the human personality, even the external representations of these things. Fire, that is pretty sweet, man. But I do want to tell you, it takes all 4 elements to materialize anything, to create spirit. So that fire I just showed you has water in it, energetically speaking. It has air in it. It has earth in that fire. This water that I have right here, bro, it has fire in it, energetically speaking. So we're about to talk about what all this means, man. So you can start to see this in your everyday life, because you experience it every fucking day. I know sometimes when people want to split the difference between major and minor arcana, they will kind of say that when it comes to the minor, there's a chance that you might not experience these things. And like we talked about earlier, I believe that's because of context and the infinite optionality of this realm. We're meant to have different experiences. However, you're going to experience all of these cards in their base archetypes. Whether or not you experience them in all contexts or combinations is another story. But you'll at least hit on these at least one time. Promise you that. I feel like you already did it before. So let's retrospectively analyze with this Saturn retrograde. That's kind of what we're here to do. Alright. I had a 12th house thought. I'm just not going to say it. You know, I could, but let's keep it more congruent, direct, correct. And we're going to go in on the divine will, bro. Shout out to Saturn. I know it's Sunday, but we love to have structure and foundation and formation. We love it. Sometimes we don't, but Saturn doesn't give a fuck. Did you see that 15th card? Ooh, ooh, no, it doesn't give a fuck. Pardon me. Neither does the 21st card. These are both Saturn. Let's talk about the element of fire. Fire, as you just saw, burns pretty brightly. It emits light. It burns. It can hurt your physical body. It can transform things in this realm. When you look at your birth chart and your placements in the astrology wheel, you're going to see fire correlated to your basic enthusiasm and your spark for life and your drive, okay? So that's what that wand represents. You got to think about the fact that you are the operator of your vehicle. You're playing your game, and you're programming your life through your will. That's what the wand is about. That's why you put a wand on your altar. So when you're doing magic, you can grab the wand and point it at things, okay? That's what a wand is for. Do you know what I'm saying? And consequently, that's why the alchemical symbol for fire is the upward triangle. Because we're trying to experience and expand, and if you put fire, it's going to shape like that, dude. So this is the ace, the one, the first fire. This is like Aries energy in a nutshell. Cardinal fire, creating vision, creating an intention, a motivation, a spark, or something to do or see. Okay? This is the spark of creation. If you want to talk about this on the base level, dude, that is the divine will. The fire that exists beyond all fire. The primal force of life is fire. And you see this growing trees and stuff. It grows everything. You can make wands out of the things that just have this urge to exist. Like, why do trees do that? They just do. They have the divine will. Consequently, you do, but you got a lot more thoughts and feelings and complications. You're the highest form of creation in this realm, so you got to be intentional with your fucking will in this life, man. I'm telling you, as a Chiron and Scorpio, you got to be fucking intentional with your will, bruh, if you want to be in any shape or form of control in this life. Okay? Two of Wands. This is Sun in Aries, isn't it? Or it's Mars in Aries. So it gets a little bit more complicated whenever you get into the minor arcana, when you start tying in the astrological correspondences. But if you take your time, you're going to memorize these and get profound meaning from it. So it's Mars in Aries, but this is 2. This represents a change or movement with our will, having to make a decision, having to act on something. And you can see this person already has the divine will in their spark, but now they're connecting their will to it. And they're like, what do I do? I got the whole world in my hands, goddamn, and I'm about to go blam and just slam that shit. I don't know what he's about to do. He might chuck that fucking thing, dude. If he really is an Aries, who knows? Like, that's a lot of fire too. Keep in mind, it's all red. This is what do I want to do energy. Mars in Aries is kind of like, I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing, or whatever my passion is, or the thing that just feels right. So that's also a thing to think about with this will, is this represents your dominion, your domination factor, you know, what you want to aggress over. That's what Mars really is about, to tell you the truth. And Mars rules Aries, so this is really about will in its element. And I do want to say, this is the resource I'm looking at, the Thoth deck. Shout out to Aleister Crowley, bro. He made this tarot deck that is basically replicating the traditional tarot, but in some of the artwork, he literally paints in the glyphs, or had his lady friend paint in the glyphs of the symbols, so you can start to kind of memorize these as you pull them. Mars and Aries, Dominion. So the little book that comes with it, the Thoth deck, so fire, man. So fire. So yeah, that's the key word that he gives you for the 2 of Wands, is Dominion. So it represents change, action, movement, having to go somewhere. So this one is the Aries Sun card, I know that for sure. And this is the 3 of Wands. 3 is expansion of fire, of sight, of will. We need to go somewhere. There's a travel, there's perspective, there's something to do, you know? So consequently, I see with the green here, I feel like this represents a need for groundedness within the action and travel that we're wishing to take. Because there's still a long road ahead of us, you know? Because if you're co-creating with the divine will, you got to meet me halfway, is what I just heard. So sheesh, man. We're about to get to stepping. Where are we going to rest? How long is it going to take us? A lot of things have to be assessed with the Aries Sun. Because Aries Sun means you have the vision. You can see this. Because I'm getting the decision was made, and now we're having perspective on it with the Sun. Like Mars decided on it, and now the Sun in Aries. So quite literally, there's a system, and you're going to see this. But when we go through the wands, the fire signs, we're going to see Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It's going to go basically 2, 3, 4 is Aries. 5, 6, 7 is going to be the fixed sign Leo. 7, 8, 9, 10. You get what I'm saying. You'll see it, okay? So yeah, Aries Sun. We're seeing the thing, all right? And now we got Aries Venus, the 4 of Wands. So this is stabilizing or completing or solidifying. If you take the 4 corners and put them together, you get a box, right? Take it geometrically as we're going through this and see that we're stabilizing the will now. And that's what the 4 of Wands is about. And this represents something to celebrate with the Aries Venus card. Aries had the sight, it's cardinal fire, but now we got Venus. We're valuing and appreciating it. And it's like, fuck yeah, dude. That's pretty awesome, okay? And I want to say, if you guys are into the Kabbalistic tree, this is so much to throw at you right now, but you can literally look at the 4 representing the 4th sphere, you know, and the 3s in all suits would represent the things from Binah, you know, and this is Hesed, and then you've got Gabura, and then you've got, you fill in the blank, you know. So if you don't know, it's okay, because you have your whole life to learn about this stuff too, if it calls to you, right? So you got the 4 of Wands. There's a celebration. There's people having fun. We got wreaths. We got pillars and shit. And we're getting together to get crunk, is what it looks like to me, man. So that's what the Aries Venus is about. It's about celebration of the thing that we want to do, our passion, or just excitement itself. And again, you got to contextualize everything in your readings, dude, because, you know, you may pull this with major arcana cards, you may pull this with different minor arcana cards. And when we talk about celebrating, celebration is not always warranted. Sometimes the detriment of Aries Venus is if you're too hedonistic and reckless, you can fuck your will up just by being that, and fuck up the rest of the world, be dangerous and detrimental to other people with your reckless ass. So watch out. Just because it feels good doesn't mean it's necessarily right. But this is how we're stabilizing our will, Aries Venus, realizing that we want to maintain our desire. Venus doesn't really like to be in Aries, y'all. This is a detriment placement, so keep that in mind. As an astrologer, I'll tell you, like, there's a problem here, to be quite honest. Like, generally, you know, it's okay to celebrate, but the concept of celebration is unsustainable. I hate to be a bummer and be a Virgo rising right quick, but I have to be, man. That's where my North Node is too, up in that Virgo 12th. But, you know, why did Rome fall? There's so many reasons, man, but you can't have a holiday every goddamn day. So keep that in mind, right? Some of y'all are celebrating. You're not where you want to be in life, but you're still celebrating every goddamn day. Why are you celebrating? You know? So you got the 5 of Wands coming out right after, okay? And this is Leo energy. It's Mars in Leo, isn't it? We double check it just because I don't want to tell you. Saturn in Leo. I don't want to tell you guys the wrong ones. Mercury's direct. We're going to keep it direct, okay? This is the strife energy. You see, we got a lot of people fighting a change, 5 in will. Because there's other people in this goddamn world, bro. And you see, we have all different backgrounds. So I might like to wear yellow clothes. You might like to wear red clothes. And maybe you like polka dots and shit. And I want to beat you upside the head with a stick, bro. Fuck that. Like, you know, that's Saturn in Leo. Say, bro, quit stepping on my shine, you know. Saturn doesn't like to be in Leo either, man. This is a detrimental placement as well. Strife is really the title Crowley gave it. So there's a lot to say here, to be quite honest, when we pack out the astrology. But this could be lighthearted. It could be a playful fight. This could be a competition in some way, shape, or form. But also, this could just represent conflict, internal or external. Are you fighting with yourself? Are you fighting with other individuals? I see that your will is going to have to change. That's Saturn in Leo. That's the thing. Like, here's the... Bro, I'm telling you, you can kind of see how this shit unfolds, bro. Like, if we're being honest about this, seeing it correctly, it builds into the next step, right? So, boom, we got the 5 right here. We have to change our will, man, because of reality. That's the fucked up part about Saturn and Leo. That's why Saturn rules Aquarius, opposite, and it's in its detriment in Leo, because I want to be me, and I want... Dude, if I had it my way, bro, I would probably... I don't know, man. I feel like my Sun square Saturn has really shaped my attitude well over this life, but to be quite honest, if I had it my way from the jump, you know, and didn't have to deal with Saturn's energy, you wouldn't see me doing what I'm doing. I'd probably be on a beach every day eating grapes and doing something completely unsustainable. Like, I'd probably play video games or just like do nothing, dude, with my Leo energy. I don't know. I would just be entertained and amused and not have any responsibilities if I really had it my way with my Saturn energy, you know. But Saturn has thankfully shown me how to be a person in this realm, you know. So I believe you guys see what I'm saying. I could paint a million pictures for every one of these cards, but you see what I'm saying, dude. Sometimes Saturn is gonna reality, restrictions are going to happen around the true expression of yourself, the Leo energy, okay? AKA, there may be conflict with yourself, there may be conflict with other individuals, there may be changes that have to be made, either internally or externally. So are you going to fight for it? Because it seems like everybody is wearing like either red or green pants. Like they're grounded into their beliefs, man. So there's rigidity to overcome. And this is overcoming. This is Jupiter and Leo. This is saying that, you know, Jupiter and Saturn are pretty much oppositional energy. So now we're expanding into our individuality, ego, or Tippereth, our Leo energy. So Jupiter and Leo, 6 of Wands card, it's about victory. It's about overcoming and saying, fuck you guys, I won. You know? And Jupiter and Leo is considered an exalted placement. And that's great, man, because we love to trust ourselves and overcome the obstacles. However, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And the problem with Jupiter and Leo is that this represents confidence. And this can be misguided or arrogant sometimes. And just because you feel like you're winning doesn't mean you're necessarily winning, to be quite honest, man. So that's something to keep in mind also. Is that sometimes our ego is so inflated that, AKA, your head is way up your ass, man. You're winning in your ass. But in reality, Saturn Leo, what's that look like? You know? Shit. You tell me, man. You know, there's infinite potentiality. So you see what I'm saying. We love to ride the horse and wear the wreath and have people cheer us on. That feels good to be recognized for our Jupiter Leo energy, you know, or to get Jupiter energy because of our Leo energy is really what I meant to say. We love that, man. Who doesn't? Most people love that, I should say. And this is conflict again, strife. What planet is that? Mars and Leo. That's right. Yeah. So this represents a fight, man. Standing your ground. Leo's a fixed fire sign, fixating on your vision, your passion, creativity. Okay? So yeah, are you willing to fight for it? Because it seemed like you were willing to fight for it. You're definitely charging forward. So back is against the wall. It's time to see how tall you grew. Let's go, man. Because we got 6 other wands coming at you, man. And you about to start beating ass with a stick. Yeah. There's determination in that first house. Exalted ass, face ass. Yes. Exalted ass sun in the first house, having ass, face ass, head ass, boy. That's what we got. In the 8 of Wands, this is Mercury in Sagittarius. 8 is abundance. And this also represents Hod, sphere of Mercury on the tree. So there's a lot going on, man. Simply put, there's 8 wands. There's a lot of will. This represents the quickness, swiftness. The 8 of Wands, Mercury in Sagittarius. If you talk to any of these people, or you are one of these people with this in your natal chart, you realize that they have really quick minds. And they think very fast. They think sometimes faster than Gemini Mercuries. And their thought process is different. It's very broad-minded. And they try to rise above a lot of their thoughts. And consequently, that's why they think so fast and much. Is because they want to like see everything from the full picture. So as they try to look at one thing, it's like there's always going to be interconnected parts and a lot of action to take. So this could represent physical action contextually, but this could also just be that Sagittarius Mercury energy in the real realm of Mercury. Like this might just be, it's contextual, right? You could have an 8 of Wands up here, like anywhere, you know. If your Tinder's blowing up, you might get 8 of Wands coming out. You also might get that with the 7 of Wands, you know, if a lot of people are throwing their will your way. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of ways you can interpret these cards, y'all. A lot of ways. So just use your eyes, man. And don't tell another person they're wrong just because you didn't see it that way first. We gotta listen to other people, right? Because I'm tired of getting beat with this stick, bro. Quit shooting the messenger. Like, you know, like, this is my 9 of Wands shit, bro. God damn. I've taken so many sticks up the head this year, bro. Strength. Moon in Sagittarius, man. That's something to think about. The moon in Sagittarius. But yeah, after the 8 of Wands, man, if you continue to stand your ground, you're going to be sitting there like, yeah, I've been through it. I've been through the journey. I sure did fight for what I believe in. who knows what the conclusion is? That's up to you to figure out. Because it's Moon in Sagittarius. You finding comfort in your own Jupiter or understanding or worldview. You know? You'll stand by yourself a bunch all of these sticks, man. Don't give a fuck, man. Because at the end of the day, your life is your life. And it's your will. So, there you go. You know? This could also represent completion of that cycle. Giving up for some people is what this is. Throwing in the towel, being like, dude, I've completed this and it's just not even what I really want anymore. It could be like that. But this is damn near the conclusion. It's the 9, you know? So it's Yesod, it's the Moon. And then we got the 10 of Wands, right? And this is Saturn in Sagittarius. So after the 9, this motherfucker picked up all those damn sticks, bro, and he's carrying them to the house. He's about to bring them back home. They're about to have firewood. Who knows what they're going to do with those sticks. But Saturn and Sag is working on what you believe in. Saturn, Sag. You know, bearing that damn cross, man. Devil card. That's why we're here. Is that why we're here necessarily? Or is that what we're here doing? Got a lot of questions, man. And that is Sagittarius. We're going to have to work on our understanding in this lifetime. And we're going to have to work on chopping wood sometimes and carrying wood. Because there's a lot of shit to do physically. Here's my little stick, bro. I'm telling you guys, there's no shortage of Reiki for people who need Reiki. So we need more Reiki healers. Go get a nice Reiki teacher in your local environment and go get attuned. And start sharing healing with people. Pick up a healing modality. This is your call right now. If you feel it in your soul, you already know. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But yeah, what cross are you going to bear for this world with the 10 of Wands? This represents carrying the load. So that's something to think about. Basically, this is, again, centered on belief. And I want to point you right to the house, you know. This person's got a family. This person needs to do this because they need warmth. They need fire. This person probably doesn't want to carry these goddamn sticks, bro. But at the same time, because they know why, Sagittarius, they understand why. Oh, they do want to do it. They're doing it, aren't they? So that's something to think about with the Saturn and Sag. And here's the court cards, okay? So these generally represent people, I should say, or different archetypes of people. And I want to say, if we're going to break this down elementally, just understand that there's 2 different elements to the court cards, okay? The 1 is going to represent the suit. So all 4 of these are going to be fire because they're wands. But we've got fire, water, air, earth, right? So this is earth, this is fire, this is water, and this is air, okay? So this is the air of earth card, the page of wands. And this is like the kid or the apprentice or whatever in the fire. So yeah, we're learning about the will and we're looking at the will. This person is literally looking at the wand. They're like, damn. Have you guys ever gotten like a new staff or a new toy or a new gun or a new thing that has some will or direction, maybe even a video game thing or whatever? Like, I don't know. Anything that you are wanting, first time you get it, you're going to be like, whoa, what is this? This is you as like with your first tarot deck. You'd be like, damn, that's the immediate thing that you'd be doing. You're like, whoa. Maybe even in the damn shop while you're buying it, you're like, whoa, there it is. So you're like, I could probably bust some hoes down with this stick, bro. I could probably slam this on a wall. I wonder what this feels like if I were to get hit with it, you know? That's probably what he's thinking about. And he's like, damn, is this going to be a good walking staff? He said, I could pull so many bitches with this staff, bro. This shit goes hard. That's really what I'm feeling like he's thinking. Just based on the way he's dressed, he said, bruh, look at my drip. Look at how he's dressed today, dude. It's definitely a Sunday. That's really cool, man. So we get a lot of excitement in this page of wands card because it's the earth of fire. Because we're looking at our will and we're thinking about it rationally in earth and material. And we're like, what are we going to do with this, man? So there's a lot of excitement that comes through the body when we have that page of wands, okay? And then this is the fire of fire card. This is the embodiment of divine will, God damn it. because we are taking our human form and charging forth with the animalistic fire and integrating it kind of in the same way. So the quickness, man, the fire, there's a lot of passion. This is a very fiery person. They could be kind of hot-headed. And these are different archetypes that you can pull for yourself. You'll find yourself in these energies. You'll meet other people. And these also could add context to the different energies of different circumstance, situation, major, minor arcana cards. So keep that in mind too. So fire is a hot and dry element. You see this dude charging through the desert. They're all pretty much in the desert for the most part with these fire cards. But this red-ass horse is like, I'm going to go fast, bro. Horses are a very fire animal, okay? And this dude charging through with the fucking wand. And he's still wearing the yellow. He's like excited. This is an enthusiastic suit of the tarot. Fire, again, is your basic enthusiasm. So he's got the red-ass plume. And he's probably hitting many bitches with that damn stick. You see what I'm saying? His helmet looks like a shark. Yeah, he is going quick. Almost the fastest knight, I should say. Very fucking fast. And we love that. So this is the Queen of Wands, okay? The water of fire. Ooh, yeah. The feminine embodiment of the masculine impulse of creation, spark, and transformation. So that's that bitch. The bitch of Wands. She's got the black cat. She is tuned into her intuition. She understands the primordial darkness. And she'll smack a hoe with that big ass rod. But she'd rather be love and light. But don't test me, hoe. Queen of Wands, man. We got that sunflower. We got lions on our throne. Fixating, fixed fire on the will. Determination. Some people might make the perception this girl's kind of bitchy, but she doesn't give a fuck. If she cares about you, she might give a fuck about your feelings, you know. But at the same time, she knows what she stands for. So she's not here to people please you, man. She's here to be present in her purpose. Real shit. Don't ever doubt yourself, man. You're an integral part of the divine will. Lest you forget. I'm him, okay? So that's the King of Wands. Damn. Exalted ass face ass, bro. Determined. Dude has already made it, but he's looking at that will. He's like, bro, I don't have anything else the fuck to do besides be purpose. God fucking damn it. And this dude has lions and salamanders on his card. In the lion, we already know. We talked about that a little bit with the Leo energy. Plenty of times with this fire suit. But this is the salamander. They live in the hot and dry climates. They're survivors, man. Salamander's been through a lot. King of Wands weathers the storms, overcomes the obstacles. The will is the way. You ever heard if you have the will, you will find the way? Oh, the King of Wands has seen it every fucking time, man. There ain't shit you can do to stop him. Showing up is 80% of success. That's the same concept. If you show up and take the action with the will, you will automatically embody the other elements. You'll have the fire, the water, the air, and the earth, and you'll see it. When we go through these next decks, or suits. So yeah, this is the air of the fire. To be able to, and we need air for fire in this realm, right? Sometimes the more air you have, the more fire you can have. So this is him, bro. He's him, bro. Because that's a big-ass flame, dude. And this is thinking and communicating and interpolating how we can embody more will. People are definitely going to fight him over it. But he's still here, isn't he? So, challenge at your own risk. Let's talk about the water. The Ace of Cups. This is the primordial force of creation. The form. As a shape, it's a downward triangle, okay? You got fire as the upward one, right? And this represents the feminine energy that goes intuitive, internal. I do want to say fire and water, these actually both correlate to the right brain. Air and earth are left brain. So these are, fire and water is both internal, but I want to say the difference again is masculine, feminine, okay? So this is feminine internal. Fire is going to be masculine internal. Because your will and your vision, all this stuff is inside of you. But when we talk about the fire element, it's going to be the thing inside of you that wants to push out. When we talk about the water element, thing inside of you that wants to go in, or goes in and doesn't necessarily want to, but it is what it is. So this is the gift of feeling, vibration, emotion, form. That's what water does. It takes the shape and form of this container, and that's why we use a cup to symbolize water in the tarot. That's why the magician does that. Because quite literally, if water is one of the elements, how the fuck else are you going to put... He's not going to put the water on a plate. He's not going to just pour it on the fucking table. He's got to need a cup. So that's water, bro. You need it. You drank it before. Keep drinking it. It's nice, man. That's the Holy Grail right there. Oh, and you got the dove of Christ. Oh, yes, that's nice. Oh, buddy. Yeah, so this can... I want to say with most of the aces, there's a hand coming out of the sky. So this can contextually represent gifts sometimes with any ace of whatever. But I would say the pentacle and the cup, water, earth, more material and security oriented. So a lot of times those gifts of fire, air, sword, wand might feel more threatening or more masculine, okay? Because these triangles point downward, water and earth. So this is the gift of feeling, vibration, emotion, love. Yeah, new love, new feelings, new emotions. The Holy Grail. This could talk about the goddess. Whatever your connection to water is like will also interpret these elements. Your connection to fire will influence your interpretation of the elements in the tarot as well. So I got a lot of water, man. So these cards take me deep. Sometimes the Ace of Cups is the goddess herself in the most primordial form. You know, just saying that there's infinite water out here, dude. Don't get lost. Usually that comes when I'm lost. They're like, hey, don't forget, you know? So that's that water that covers the earth. Like, we literally need it to take the form of our planet, right? And we need it to hold our body stabilized and fluid. So now we got the Two of Cups, and this represents connection, moving our emotions around, okay? And this is Cancer energy, because it's the two. So that's Venus in Cancer. This is love. This is connection. This is that Holy Grail, the caduceus. You know, we're building something, acclimating, switching emotions, you know. Feels good to move our feelings around and share them with other individuals. So Three of Cups, Cancer, Mercury energy. This is a celebration, expansion of emotions. This can be abundance. There's a lot of stuff here, you know. We're celebrating, and that's really awesome. We got 3 people here. We got friends. That's another thing to think about. And we got that's not a hummingbird, but that's some sort of bird. That's beautiful. We can enjoy this Cancer energy and then Mercury energy. So communicating our feelings, sharing our comfort, it's certainly nice. 4 of Cups is the Moon in Cancer. So now our emotions have become stabilized or squared or boxed in some way, shape, or form. This does feel kind of like boredom. Comfort is our moon, and then Cancer is like our past or something specific that gives us comfort. So there is a kind of complacency and inner contention or conflict with the 4 of Cups because there's an expectation, you know. So consequently, as we are upset that we only have 3 cups, there's like a cup being extended to us right in front of our face that we're not seeing because we have ourselves closed off, wearing red, kind of in our own will, in our own fire, just like, man, kind of feel down because, like, I'm not as thrilled or as comfortable as I once was. There's the need for expansion and change, dude. 5 of Cups. Dude knocked his cups over on accident. I don't know what happened, but he like switched to the morning gown real quick. He just like pulled that out of his ass. He's like, damn. His friends were like, bro, you were ready to throw a pity party today. Where the fuck did that cloak come from? I'm playing, but sometimes it's like that, to be quite honest. So crying over spilled milk, dude. That, I think he intended to drink that wine, to be quite honest. And that shit is on the ground now. So this is, if you look at the colors, there's not a lot of black on most of these cards. This is one of the saddest cards. This is Mars and Scorpio. And Mars likes to be there, but also Scorpio is deep, man. So it's like taking your desire deep. The thing about this is, like, when we talk about Scorpio Mars energy, Scorpio is fixating water, not changing how we feel, not being able to do it. So no matter what happened, if the cups stayed up or all got knocked over, can't change the fact that this person wanted to drink the goddamn wine, bro. You know, I don't really like to drink too much, dude, but I still mourn over the times that I've knocked my grinder over, and all those times, man, all that wasted energy, you know. But it's infinite energy, so you got to rise above. Scorpio Mars can't change how it feels, so you got to change yourself. You got to build a fucking bridge and get over it, man. To be quite honest, you know. I love you. I'm a Libra moon. I'm going to give it to you honest and blunt. Six of Cups is the Scorpio Sun energy, and this does represent the past, you know. Sun is paying attention to the desire, Scorpio. Okay? So we're handing some cups over, and we have a bunch of cups already. There's a feeling of the past, you know. Even though they're both young, I'm getting the vibe that you're a little bit older than your sister, you know. So you already kind of feeling nostalgia, even when you're in a time so early that you'll be nostalgic about it later. So very meta card. Oh my God, yes it is. So this can represent things from your past. This could just represent your desire with the Scorpio Sun energy, you paying attention or acting on the thing that you want to do. So that's the thing to think about, is that sometimes the best way for you to figure out your direction in life is for you to actually go back in your past and think about when you were the most happy, or what was the most fulfilling, or what you didn't like either, you know. And this opens up discussions of past lives too. So past, man, that's something to think about with this card, Scorpio Sun energy. The 8th fucking house. Think about it. Don't think about it too long, man, because you got to come back down to earth sometimes and do things, you know. And that's really what this 7 of Cups is about, is the Venus and Scorpio energy. Debauch, man. This is options. We have a lot of options, man. And consequently, this is another card where the person is blacked out, you know. So what I'm getting is, like, they're overcome with emotions. They're overcome with feelings. They feel like dense or lost. Venus falls in Scorpio. It really does, man. Or its detriment is in Scorpio. So the thing about Venus is, man, if you have it, I would watch videos about it, you know, but you can't change the feeling that brings you comfort and joy and stuff like that. So you may have somewhat toxic indulgences as a Scorpio Venus, and this could be reflected in the energy of indecision in general, but this also could be reflected on the fact that you have certain desires that are not good for you, you know. Whether or not you're the person that chooses to act them out all the time is another option or another story, but this represents the having of options, Scorpio Venus. Like, quite literally, man, a Scorpio Venus, just to bring you an example to see it, they might really love attention and praise and whatever, and just acknowledgement from other people, man. So you get into a partnership, you form a 7th house relationship, you get in your partner, now you got a girlfriend or boyfriend, but somebody else at work gives you the same type of praise, or maybe gives you another thing that you weren't getting back at home, and you want both of them, and you want it so fucking bad, and you can't change that want feeling, so you just go ahead and cheat on your partner anyway. That's some Scorpio Venus shit, you know. There's many ways this could play out, and I'm just giving you one shitty, sad picture to look at. But in the Thoth deck, you got to keep in mind, all those damn cups are spoiled. It's toxic. It's poisonous. So the thing is, you got to make a decision, man. And if you can't change how you feel, you just got to choose the best outcome for yourself, you know. It's good to have a lot of options, but the thing that comes through often with this card in my life is that, you know, if you want to benefit from having multiple options, sometimes you're going to benefit not at all because you don't choose any fucking options. So keep that in mind also, man. This is Saturn in Pisces. Indolence, walking away, putting limits on imagination. Being like, sometimes I gotta say fuck this and throw in the towel, man, especially on a full moon. Or technically this would be new moon, but I feel like that's the vibe they're trying to give, is the full one. You know, I gotta walk the fuck away from this, man. There's a lot going on. 8, abundance of emotions. There needs to be a limit on imagination. Limit on compassion, empathy, conscience, or whatever the fuck your Pisces Saturn is trying to do at that time in space, okay? So this is Jupiter in Pisces. Oh, and Jupiter loves to be in Pisces, man. Saturn, not so much. Does Saturn like anything? Maybe. Saturn likes Libra. I know that for sure. But Jupiter Pisces is fulfillment, happiness. This is completion and emotions. And this is a person wearing a white gown. I feel like they're a salesman personally, but that's not necessarily true. They're sitting here, and they have, like, let's say they are a salesperson. They have 9 golden cups. And they're sitting here like, bro, you know, they may kind of be like a pawn shop, jewelry shop. There's damn near nothing you can bring me that's going to impress me besides, like, purity. I have solid gold cups, dude. So the thing about Jupiter Pisces, if we take this through the astrological correspondences, a lot of times this comes with wisdom and understanding, and you being generally unenthused. That's why the arms are crossed. It covers the solar plexus. Like, you can't affect my individuality because I already have understanding that I'm content with. You know, unless you can bring me something pure that makes sense and helps my crown get into the divine will more, red ass hat, I'm not really down to deal with that shit. Leave me the fuck out of it. I have this in my natal chart, so generally I'm pretty unimpressed with a lot of the shit y'all kick to me. Not my supporters, but the people who come up and try to unsolicitedly tell me how to read my goddamn tarot cards. I don't give a fuck. That's where I'm at. You know, so that's why I'm making this video for you. Watch it, please. Continue. You know, like, my Leo ass has to address the haters sometimes. So I know the vast majority of it is not y'all. So I do apologize for sometimes throwing my angry ass Mars and Cancer in your face. So let's talk about Mars and Pisces. This is the 10 of Cups. The wheel is pointed at imagination now. Mars and Pisces. And we got a big ass happy family. There's a rainbow. There's 10 cups. We just had a whole ass cycle of beautiful ass emotions. So we see all the spectrums of possibilities in the rainbow, all the colors. And it's happy. It's exciting, you know. There's optimism. Oh my God, we love to see it. And Crowley, he said satiation. That's Malkuth, the 10th sphere, embodiment on the physical. So yeah, feels really good to have full emotions. Sometimes it doesn't, to have our expectations not come out right, you know. So that's something to think about. So we got the earth of water, and this represents materially embodying our emotions. So this is joy, creativity, the inner child. There's a fish coming out of that cup, man. So I feel like there's sensitivity and emotions, and I mean, it is water, but sensitivity is a thing to keep in mind. And there's flowers on this jacket, and this person looks like they're dressed like a fish. So I feel like there's like a goofiness, a playfulness, and optimism, man. And this is the start of the emotions, right? So contextually, you may see this as that inner child a lot, and this is going to remind you to heal it. In my readings, definitely, I'll be seeing this a lot, and it comes out just that way, even for other people, but many things, and you probably even have different interpretations that I don't think about, so we can learn from each other, right? Knight of Cups is going to be the fire of water. So we're trying to unify those two elements. Get on your horse and go extend the connection. So this sometimes does indicate offering a gift, but this person who is in tune with their feelings, and they're wearing red and blue, you know, you can see it in their armor. Trying to be one with their feelings, working on it, you know, and their horse is about to have to step over a creek or something. So yeah, they're making progress on their emotions and trying to extend emotions. Whether or not you want to take that offering or connect emotions with that person is another story, but this person is extending emotions. This is the water of water, the Queen of Cups. This does represent the goddess in the primordial form, and this represents connecting with your feelings intuitively and being able to merge and connect with them. Consequently, she has the biggest cup in the tarot, and her cup has a lid on it too. So you got to keep in mind that the goddess needs to contain this realm. You're in the womb of the goddess right now. We all are. She birthed us into existence, and she will surely take us back. When we talk about Tiamat, she's the queen. This is Neptune, you know? This is deep water. Her clothes are literally like falling off into the ocean, even though they're like secured. This is the ocean. We got Orishas and all types of deities and gods, goddesses, and energies coming through this card. Ooh, it's kind of scary if you really, I mean, I have Chiron and Scorpio, so shit. It's kind of scary to me sometimes because I'm like, whoa, we really are so transformable. This world is so mutable. My 12th house Mercury will fall in it sometimes, man. Yeah, we need to contain our emotions, and the Queen of Cups knows not to just share this shit with anybody. Because holy fuck, man. You created this world, so you know what other people in this world are capable of, so there's so much to say. I think I'm just going to be quiet, bro, and let y'all do it. Let's talk about the King of Cups. This is the, like, I wish I brought a grounding stone, because I almost got lost in the sauce for a second, bro. Whew, thank you, goddess. This is the air of water. Yeah, he'll tell you how he feels. The King of Cups. I mean, the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is one who's solid with their feelings. They got a stable foundation, but waves coming in from every direction, and that's pretty beautiful. So, not only do we have the cup, we have the scepter. So this person with the red sash and the red crown and the yellow, very optimistic about how they can push their feelings around, willing to connect. This is willfully connecting with your feelings, because air is also a masculine element, but water is feminine. So that's that King of Cups. Are y'all ready for the most powerful fucking element in the age of Aquarius? Some of y'all aren't ready. But all we have is time. Let's make the most of it. The Ace of Swords, man, is creation of ideas, new thought forms, new intellect. The world of emanation of air is like the first one, bro. You remember the word that created all of existence? So the thing about the air element is air is the abstract thought for humans. And we got to really take it back to why is this on the table in the first place, okay? Abstract thoughts, communication, this is how we're this is how we have language in the first place. That's a high manifestation of it. But logic is deduction, being able to connect or disconnect things. That's what a sword does. Is it can cut things, you can stab with it, you can make a point, but there's two edges to a sword, okay? This is why Cain killed Abel, bro. I'm literally telling you guys, two masculine thoughts, where if I see one thing as one way and somebody has their thought that is this, these two thoughts are gonna be paradoxical. Cain had to kill Abel, bro. This literally is not a history. It's not a history book. That's a metaphor for air. Of two thoughts. Of this shit happening, you know? So, air is an idea. This is a new idea. And I would say, the sword has a crown on it in the ace. So this thing that's extended from the universe, this primordial thought, was aimed at success. It was well intended. Glory was kept in mind. This universe is numerical in nature. There's a mathematical sequence to every event that will ever occur. And this is calculated in the divine will. So that's what we need to think about with the Ace of Swords card. Okay? Ooh, yeah. On God. We're also looking at growth when we had this idea too. But now we got the Moon in Libra card, the Two of Swords. There's two ideas. And when you have two different ideas, you're going to be somewhat blinded. I could just leave it at that. Like, damn, I could give y'all so many things from my 12th house and bring it to the 6th house. But I think y'all really, if y'all understood what just happened for the last hour and a half, you get what I'm saying. You know, you kind of have to go through feeling too at a certain point, make a decision. If you're a Libra moon like me, you'll feel this on a personal level. But yeah, sometimes you just got to look for peace internally or go through your own judgment and balance, you know, when you extend communication to other people, or even just try to communicate to yourself when people communicate to you, and you have to see if you resonate with it. This is the peace card, the Libra moon. Quite literally, that's what Crowley said, peace. Libra moon. Now we got Saturn in Libra. And believe it or not, man, Saturn loves to be in Libra. This is Saturn's favorite place, allegedly. So, Three of Swords. This represents heartbreak. These swords just stab that damn heart, bro. Damn. Shit hurt. Saturn in Libra. This world will hurt your shit sometimes, man, and that's the truth of it. I couldn't be any more Saturn Libra about it, you know? expansion of ideas, dude. The expanded mind can't shrink, and there will be growing pains, as above, so below. And the first principle of Hermeticism, all is mind, the principle of mentalism. Even your physical form carries a shape of air. And again, this is the first part of creation before the will caught on, or the fire, you know, the world of air. So even as you grow physically, you got to keep in mind that's why that hurts, you know, it's because that's expansion, Saturn energy. So that's the reality of this world, is that there's going to be pain in this world because we're all growing on all levels, and we're liable to get our hearts broken. Contextually, you'll see why when this comes up in your life, you know, whether somebody lies to you, stabs you in the back, cheats on you, you know, etherically, that's actually how we get our heart chakra hurt like that, you know. So a lot of things to think about, man. And that's what this card is about. This is Jupiter Libra. This is the Four of Swords, and this represents solidifying our ideas or stabilizing them through the square, the four. And Jupiter is expanding and understanding what? Libra, cardinal air, ideals, our logic, our philosophies, our morals. And this is a knight sitting on top of a coffin, because he just had a successful crusade, and he's reflecting, and he's praying, and he said, thank you, God, I didn't fucking die, man. Because I killed a lot of people on that battlefield, bro. But for some reason, I'm still alive. And the fact that I'm still alive must mean something very significant. And that's what I'm getting from this, too. So translate that into your own life. And we got Venus in Aquarius. We got Five of Swords, okay? So what's really going on is you have some squires, and they're meant to be carrying equipment for a night. And two of these squires gave the fuck up, because they're like, bro, how the hell do you have so many fucking swords every goddamn day, bro? Fuck this job. I'm getting half a loaf of bread for this type shit. And they're like, you can see in the colors, man, they're frustrated. But this dude is like, bro, I don't know what got into y'all's fucking cereal this morning, but I got two hands. I'm gonna grab a sword here, and he's like, I'm gonna take 5 trips, bro. You know, he got good rest last night. But Venus in Aquarius, this is the energy of, like, you know, you want to maintain freedom through your responsibilities, and it makes you happy to not have limits and stuff. So there can be kind of a frustration because we're having change in the mind. Something is changing with their ideas and intellect. And this dude is really having to overcome his obstacles mentally. They're like, dude, I don't know how to carry all these damn swords. He's like, well, one at a time. Like, that's the only way to do it. So yeah, overcome your obstacles mentally is how this is working. Crowley calls this the defeat card. And yeah, makes sense. So what are you going to do when you feel defeated? Get the fuck over it. You see what I'm saying? Mercury in Aquarius. Build a bridge. You're going to need to use Mercury in Aquarius. Do some architecture. Pay the ferryman. How are you going to take all these swords over to the water that isn't so shitty? You know? I'm talking about some real Aquarius energy, man. You get your family on the boat and let's go. You know? Fuck this. I don't want to be a squire anymore, man. We're going to leave. That's what I think he did. That's probably him. You wouldn't even recognize it because it looks like that person's mom. Nah, that's the single dad. He's like, fuck y'all, dude. I'm gonna go bake bread. That's really what I wanted. I'm just gonna bake the bread. He's got a good fucking idea. If that was the goal all the fucking long, that dude's like, here's how I'm gonna embody my divine will. I'm called to be a bread maker. I'm gonna go fucking get some land and go plant some fucking crops and make bread for the rest of my goddamn life. And we'll be eating like Diane Keaton. I don't know what her eating habits are like, but on live I said that the other day, and some of y'all were like, she's definitely not eating. And I had to Google, is she dead? No, she's definitely alive. She's definitely eating, bro. And these people are about to be eaten too, bro, because they were very rational about their advancement. Aquarius Mercury. This card is called Science in the Thoth deck. So being rational about your trajectory, we love that. Whoa, we love that. 7 of Swords, Aquarius Moon. Ooh, this bitch stealing and lying and cheating. And that's the thing, I hate to say this, that it's just about people with Aquarius moons, because it's not necessarily like that. But this energy of finding comfort in rationality that we can't change. Sometimes people with Aquarius moons may be the type to like hold their feelings in and not talk about them, or kind of lie about how they feel and stuff like that, because they don't think you're going to understand it. But we don't really need to put too much attention on people with this. I'm not really trying to break down y'all's life, but you know, this is a 7 of Swords, and we've got this dude taking 5 of the 7, and he's moving them away. And I'm not here to throw my Libra energy on it and judge it or whatever, but let's say this was your enemy's camp, you know, and you're taking swords away from the enemy. That could be you using your intellect, you know, to overcome, to get on that 7th sphere, find some balance, you know, or some rest. So, boom, 7 of Swords. Contextually, you may also need to watch for people taking things from you if you're getting this around other people in your readings. People could be lying to you, could be stealing from you. There could be a game being played. Someone's trying to be sneaky, you know, because they're definitely sneaking away. This person is looking behind them like, don't catch me taking these swords. I'm not supposed to be taking these, but I need to take them for some reason. So that's something to think about. Jupiter, Gemini. This is 8 of Swords, bondage. This person is stuck in between all these damn swords, man. There's a lot to think about. Expansion, Jupiter, ideas, Gemini. Oh my God. If you got this, there's a wind tunnel in your head sometimes, you know, so much to fucking think about. It's got your energy bent, man, because you're like trying to apply meaning to all these ideas. Jupiter, Gemini. And then we got that 9 of Swords, man. So this one is Mars and Gemini. Yeah, it makes sense, man. You ever had so many thoughts you can't sleep? That's what's going on. This person is like overwhelmed with anxiety. Crowley calls it the cruelty card, because Mars is like aggressing in the realm of ideas. And the thing about Mars, it's not necessarily that it's aggressing, but it's giving like the instinct is pushing you towards ideas. So these could be very primal fears that come out with the 9 of Swords. It is your most basic primal fears that shake you at your deepest core. And that's why it hits you so deep. Some cruel shit, you know. Hey, at least we can say it's fortunate because at least we made it to this card, but I know I said I don't want to give too much Libra energy, too much judgment when it's not needed, but this dude is the worst card in the deck. Not the devil, not the death card. This is the worst damn card. Mars and Gemini. No shade to people with that, because, you know, your life is your life. You got infinite optionality and stuff, but this archetype, look at this motherfucking person, dude. They want to be sleeping, bro. They're in their bed. They're resting. They're wearing night clothes, and they're just like, why am I fucking crying at night, man? It sucks, bro. I got Chiron and Scorpio. I don't gotta tell you how many times I've been in this fucking energy. How many sleepless fucking nights, dude. But Chiron, what am I talking about? I'm about to make this a natal chart interpretation for myself. Let's not do that. Let's not. Sun in Gemini. Let's keep it on task. Would you believe that this is the Sun in Gemini energy? Because this was Mars. Now this is the Sun. So this is Malkuth. The funny thing about Earth is if you look at all the 10 cards, they're going to show you very vividly what this plane is about. So like the first 10 is like, you're going to carry a lot of sticks. You may have a family with the 10 of Cups. Bro, you're going to have that too? Holy fuck. No, I don't want to. Keep me out of this realm, man. So yeah, that guy got lit up, man. God has busted his ass down, bro. He got stabbed like at least 9 times. I don't know if that 10th one hit, but you do want to see that this person died with their dignity. They're covered from the lower half. They have this mudra in their hand. This indicates surrender. 10 of Swords, the cycle is complete in the mind, so we have to let it go. So we have room for more clouds in the mind. So this is a surrender card. And Crowley calls it ruin. Sun in Gemini. Let me read this to you, actually. Again, the design is the tree of life on which the swords are arranged. The center one... Oh yeah, so it's explaining the image. It's a little bit different on his deck, but yeah, the center one is the heart of the sun, which is broken in fragments. The mind has let go all control and whirls in tormented madness. So yeah, when that happens, you just gotta be like... I have a Gemini sun friend, actually quite a few. And when I asked him what it's like to be a Gemini, he said, first thing out of his mouth, he's like, dude, I'm I feel like I'm a person, and what do I know? So sometimes that's what this energy warrants. Like, you just got to be like, damn, I guess I might not have the answers. Keep my mind open, Gemini Sun. You know, just surrender that you don't have the answer. This is a surrender card. So, Page of Swords, the heir of Earth. This person is, I think, pretty excited to start swinging that sword is what it looks like. They're kind of striking a pose, and they're thinking about practical ways to implement their ideas. You know, and this is the air, or I'm sorry, the fire of air, dude. God, this guy is going fast. The fucking fastest card there is. This person is charging valiantly towards victory. The horse is literally scared, and this indicates that the mind is going very quickly. And in this context, the mind might be going faster than the body can take you. This is a very nervous energy right here. Even upright, the horse is a little bit uneasy because the human has fire, air, vision, and intellect and principle, and he's like, I'm gonna use this horse as like a machine. And the horse is like, oh my fucking god, dude, I don't really have an option, but yikes, you know. So he's like, oh fuck, you know, there's a little bit of a fear that comes with being a horse, you know, surrendering to that human will, playing your role. And you might also kind of feel this way when you're surrendering to your divine will, because you got to play your role, man. So we got the Queen of Swords, water, air. This bitch is the truth. She'll tell you how she feels, and she'll be honest with you. Clear mind, clear communication. And you got the King of Swords right here, okay? That is air of air. These, I mean, the highest manifestation of this air suit communication is honesty and truth, man. And this King of Swords vibrates in rationality, logic, upright in truth, okay? And consequently, he is right-handed. Got his sword, his word, that he wields rightly. Words will hurt people, man, but the thing is, the King of Swords will be honest to you. He won't ever lie to you outside of his judgment. And like, we take it back to the 1 and 2 of Swords. Logic will create paradox, okay? So I'm telling you, the King of Swords will not intentionally lie to you. He may try to make sure we avoid being pedantic and semantic and just cut right to the heart of these fucking matters, man. He wears the blue robe of truth, okay? And he stands upright. I want you to keep in mind the direction of all these kings, dude. The King of Wands is pointing, I believe, to the right, but I want to just point to the fact that this one is pointing straight. Like, he is aiming narrow, because the same way the sword can cut to help somebody, it can cut and hurt somebody. So we have to be impeccable with our goddamn word, bro. That is the first agreement, okay? King of Swords. And this is the gift of life. This is the material plane, the Ace of Pentacles, the emanation on earth. This could mean money coming your way. This could be a gift in some way, shape, or form. Or this could represent the body that you live in, the material, finance. And we see a gate opening up, and there's a new journey to embark on, you know. There's growth. We'd love to see it. It's exciting. And this is the 2 of Pentacles. This is Jupiter in Capricorn, okay? So this is expansion of limits, okay? Now that we're changing on the material plane, limits are expanding, because the material is all about limits, right? So Jupiter in Capricorn is going to make us go on a ride. There's expansion, a cycle, a dance. This dude's juggling, if you didn't get the picture. He's literally juggling. And the thing about juggling is you can do it forever until you get tired or decide to stop, okay? So the thing about this energy, you're going through it right now, you go through it forever. Fuck. So it's good to understand your limits. Jupiter, Capricorn. Understand your limits. You feel what I'm saying? There is some optimism, and there's groundedness with all this red. So this person knows to dance in the rain. If you're getting this, you need to chill out a little bit and learn how to just relax and roll with the punches a little bit better. So Mars and Capricorn, working. Oh God, we're working. This person is building some shit, and they're over here with the plans. Supervisors are like, hey, you building right? And he said, I think so, man. And he might not be building right, and they may hit them with the Capricorn Mars energy and be like, look, you're working with Mars, but I'm going to coach you, subordinate you, give you Capricorn, direct you, boss you around. Make sure you're building this, fuckhead. That's kind of what this is giving, man. Respectfully or disrespectfully, work. So Capricorn Mars is about getting the job done, finishing what you start, and also using your resources to the best of your ability. Capricorn loves Mars. Mars loves Capricorn, I should say. Yes, sir, because it gets the job done that it starts. Yes, it does. Pretty freaking sweet. So, there's learning involved here as well. That's something to think about. When we got the Four of Pentacles, this is stability, comfort, security. Capricorn Sun energy. So this is power. This represents security and stability again. This person is locked in. They got two pentacles at their feet. They're grounded in the money. They got the money on their mind. And they got the money in their hands, man. Yes, sir. We sure love to see it. So, I'm looking at the things. I was trying to see if I missed the word. No, he literally called it work. So, yeah, that's power. Standing in your power. Taking action. Sometimes this, on an image level, feels like me in action, because this person is kind of sitting there conservatively. But Capricorn Sun energy is about initiating and creating with your resources. So this person, ideally, he's holding the pentacle like that. I hope to God you see it spin like a goddamn Beyblade in a second, or like he rips that shit into an investment or something. Because that's real Capricorn Sun energy, is taking your stability and making more stability off of it. Taking action on the things in the realm of your control. But again, like, hey, this could be insecurity. So keep that in mind also. This is insecurity. Oh, yes, it is. A change on the material plane. This is one of the darkest cards in the deck. It's very black, very snowy outside. These people are like sick and injured and tired. And they're walking outside the church and there's literally light on the inside. But these people are like choosing not to see it. Or maybe they genuinely just missed it. Hey, whatever. It happens, dude. Woe is me. Oh, it couldn't be me, but it could be some people. It's been me before, to be quite honest. I will be quite honest. I got the South End of Pisces. Anything in this world could be me. Do you remember we talked about at the beginning that you created this realm? I'm you. We're all just energy. Mercury in Taurus, 5 of Discs. This is worrying. This is you thinking about stability, thinking about the material plane, and having to change your values. You know, this could represent a change in your finances. It could represent a change in your money, feeling poor or being worried or scared. You know, this is not an auspicious wealth indicator, bro. Quite the opposite. This might be an auspicious wealth indicator. Who knows? But also you need context and supporting cards, different things from it too, and your own interpolation understanding. So, yeah, Gabura in Earth, worry. Now we've got the 6 of Pentacles, and this is giving, okay? Success, Moon in Taurus, and that's where the moon loves to be, because it has the things it needs, and consequently there's probably an abundance, and we can share it. And this person is giving to the people on the street, and they have the scale balance. They're like, dude, I was blessed with an abundance, I can give. Taurus moons are the chillest people in the world, man. They're just like, I don't really give a shit, you know? What's the point of having all this if I can't share it? You know, so this person is firmly grounded in giving. You know, this isn't a giving with expectation. This is like somewhat meaningful for this person. You know, and they're pleased to be in a position where they can help. So this indicates service to me as well. I know 6 is Virgo in the astrology. So that's something to think about. We want to consider whether or not the service we give to other individuals is meaningful. And I preach a little bit because I have the North Node in Virgo in the 12th. But yeah, we want to make sure that the service we give other individuals is surely meaningful. Because if it's not, we might be putting ourselves on the hangman for no fucking reason. And Goddess is tired of that shit, bro. So we need to get, if we knew better, we would do better. So please, for the love of God, hear what I just said. This is the 7 of Pentacles. Crowley calls this failure. And as a Jupiter in Pisces, I want to tell you all to be optimistic, man. this person has a pretty big bush of pentacles. They grew these things themselves, but at the same time, they're still working, they're still harvesting. We got to learn how to harvest without complaining, man. Reap the fruits of your labor and be happy about it, you know. To a certain extent, I don't even know necessarily if they're harvesting. This could just be them watching their damn plants grow, and them just being bored and not wanting it to be so small, you know. So that's kind of where I'm feeling the failure energy. I do notice their face is kind of red, so this indicates maybe they're tired from working all this time. They're like literally leaning on their tool. They're like, ugh, you know. So if you look at all the sevens together, they kind of carry a similar theme. 7 is a masculine number, so there's change happening at this point, and it's in the realm of the stability. And I feel like when it comes to resources and stability, we always want more and not less, but at a certain point, we got to ask ourselves if we have enough. So that question will definitely influence the outcome of this card. So this is the 8 of Pentacles. This is the Virgo energy, Virgo sun to be specific. And this is doing the work. The Virgo sun energy is taking action on our resources, mutable earth. So this person consequently is at work, literally, but they are working very precisely. Their job is very mechanical, so they're doing things with their hands, and they are focused. This person is very happy, grounded with the red, emotions are flowing through the blue, and they are very precisely going into the thing that they're doing. They're looking at the details. They make the best pentacles in town, so they focus very precisely on everything. And there's a town back here, I'm telling you. This person is well respected and well renowned in their town and community because they do their thing. Everybody comes to them when they need a damn altar pentacle or whatever. Or, I don't know, maybe they make pentacles for the treasury or whatever. So that's pretty freaking sweet. So they take pride in their work. This is important work. This is the service that they intend to give, Virgo sun energy. So this energy is going to tell you, please, for the love of God, put good energy into meaningful work. Don't worry. Slow down. You got the 9 of Pentacles, okay? And this indicates happiness, prosperity, communion with nature. What planet is this? Venus in Virgo. And consequently, this is the fall of Venus, but this is where Venus can have the most specific expression of its true desires. Venus wants growth, and that's what Virgo wants. But consequently, because Virgo has a precise way of finding growth, that's why Virgo Venus can be a complicated, problematic placement to live with. But this person is one with the earth. They feel complete materially. This person is so at peace, dude. They're feeling happy and enthused through their whole body. It's all yellow. The garden is full. A bird just landed on my hand. I feel like one with nature. Me and this bird are matching, bro. Like, what the fuck? This is that moment. You know? It feels so good, man. This person ate a bunch of fruit that morning. Is having a good day. Yes, yes, yes. You know, context, diametrics, opposites, Venus, Virgo energy. Try not to be too nervous, nitpicky, or neglectful, or avoidant of the blessings you have right in front of you. Because Virgo Venus is like, sometimes you just got to be content with what is. The 10 of Pentacles is legacy. This is wealth also. Virgo Mercury, Malkuth, and Earth. So this is a life well lived, if you see this correctly. You got an old ass dude. His dogs are like licking his hand. He's got his like son's baby mom. The kids are somewhere over there. Yeah, kids touching the dog. That's right. So this person has lived a whole life. They've had a whole career. They made a bunch of money. Their children are stable. Their children are making children. They know that they put in their dues. They paid their time. Dude, this is wealth. They're living the good life, and that's really awesome. This does represent family. Consequently, even in this version, these are organized as the spheres of the tree. Pretty cool. So yeah, it's awesome to be connected to the earth and our family and our heritage and leave a legacy in the first place, okay? And I get this a lot lately in my personal readings and my public readings, my private readings, I mean to say, like, this energy may say to reconnect with your family. This may be saying call on your spirit guides, call on your ancestors, take advantage of the stability and foundation that exists already in your life. You know, Crowley called that the wealth card, but at the same time, it's like wealth takes many shapes and forms, and Uranus is still conjunct Venus in Taurus. I'm telling y'all, don't get lost in the external forms of wealth. Find it internally. What are those intangibles that really mean the most to you? A lot of that, and dude, a lot of this doesn't have shit to do with actual money. It has to do with the fact that, you know, we can share love with the dog, and the dog can get that dependence and nurturing and have a fulfilled good life as an animal through us. And at the same time, we get to kind of give those ropes to another person. And, you know, whether or not we choose to have children, this is about your legacy. Mercury Virgo, think about the service that you provide for the world. Think about the meaning of your life. That's also 10 of Pentacles shit that many people might not be seeing, okay? So now we got somebody who is on the earth of earth, dude. This is the Page of Pentacles. Planting seeds, optimism. God, he's so fucking excited, dude, because he knows if this is possible, what else is possible? These are all yellow. This is exciting, man. Ooh, yeah. We need to be patient because things take time. You can't reap the fruit in the same season that you plant the seed. So we better be patient. We better be optimistic. We better put good energy into the sweet fruits that we wish to eat later, okay? And the Knight of Pentacles knows that, but because it's fire, earth, they do somewhat have a frustration. And you can see that the horse is black. So this represents somewhat of a density within the body, carrying the obligations of Malkuth. Horse is all strapped up with red. So we know what the will is pointed at, but it's taken us a long fucking time to get here because we live on Earth. So the dude is like, fuck, man. It's not even an issue of can the horse go any faster. It's like, bro, it's literally such a long horse ride. So fucking hell, it's going to take us a hot minute to get there. That's really what this is about. But you may see these people as somewhat as patient. They could also be an earth sign or have that heavily in their chart. Queen of Pentacles, water, earth. Yeah. Patient, man. Nurturing, sweet, compassionate, caring. She loves to put good energy into her meaningful work. We love to see it, man. That's real patient. With all that red, she's super grounded. Pretty big ass pentacle too, man. Rich bitch, man. Material girl. Is she wearing shoes? I think she is, but she'd probably do without them. Connected to the earth. You know, this earth is primarily water and land, so that's what Mother Earth looks like. If you want to kind of like smash this together, she's also kind of with an empress in some way. So that's like Mother Earth, being able to be connected physically to your feelings. And that's going to warrant you to be sweet and nurturing and compassionate and careful with the things in your life. And he's also him. So that King of Pentacles, this is going to be the heir of Earth, applying the logic and rationality to grow and preserve the material plane. Okay? Yes, sir. You're going to get a lot more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. And again, meaningful work needs meaningful, good energy. So the King of Pentacles is chill, bro. He's going to plant his seeds to the best of his ability, know his limits, put in good energy. He's going to wait, be patient, not be nervous during the growing period. He's going to reap without complaining. And he's going to smile the whole goddamn time, man. Because his life is meant to be enjoyed. He knows this. And if you play the long game, if you're rational, you're smart, you're objective, and you're using air on Earth, you're always using leverage. Pardon me. Air is way higher than the Earth, man. So if you're being logical, you always have leverage. Consequently, dude doesn't stress about anything, because why would you? Stress doesn't help the plants grow. Stress doesn't get me where I'm going any faster. Shout out to my brother. Not literally, but one of my Gemini friends, man. He said, like, his mind goes, dude, can I do anything about it? Yes or no? You know, when it's no, just fucking forget about it, dude. Keep your sphere of awareness or I'm sorry, keep your attention in the sphere of influence. Sphere of awareness is much bigger, so make sure you're in that realm of your control. Because that's really all the King of Pentacles wants, man. He got a really big scepter in his hand too. So, very powerful person because they understand what resources they have available to them, okay? So that's something to think about on your journey, your full journey. I cannot thank you guys enough for kicking it with me for like 2 damn hours while we went through all the tarot cards. Blessed be, man. Go fight about it with somebody else like I'm playing. But at the same time, what's your journey about? What are you meant to learn? If we all had the same answers, this wouldn't be a test. So resist the urge to tell somebody they're reading their damn tarot cards wrong. That's insecurity on your part, and you need to work on that. Read your damn cards yourself, bitch. I love y'all. Hit the button, hit the thing, send this video to some people. And then if you want your chart read by me, that's the work I do, man. I do this shit for fun. So I'd love to read your natal chart. SimplifiedAstrology.com. Yeah, bitch. I love y'all.